Hi, welcome to pensionerfitness.com. Again, it's Ian, and today we're going to talk about 5 exercises that you do which mimic what you do on a daily basis. We're going to do a push, a pull, we're going to do a hinge, and we're going to do an exercise where we bend our knees called a squat, and then we're going to do a plank, which is keeping our body straight and keeping our abdominal muscles tight. So, the first exercise is a push exercise. Now recently we went through doing push-ups, and so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to do a push-up. Now you can do the full push-up. Let me just get down there. We can do the full push-up from here. You can do a full push-up, but most of you perhaps are not there now, so knee push-ups are okay. So once you get into that position, don't forget you want this over above where your hands are, and then you're going to go down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to do 5 push-ups. Once you've done the 5 push-ups, we'll move on to the next one, which is a pulling exercise. Now, the pulling exercise requires a weight. And if you remember, when we first started this, I showed you how to make your own weights. And I showed you how to take a 1.5 litre bottle, fill it with sand, and it weighs 3 kilograms. So, let me take 2 of these. So, with 2 of these, we're going to do what we call bent over rows, which is a pulling exercise. So, once you get standing with your feet shoulder width apart, nice solid platform, what you're going to do is you're going to bend and you're going to raise these. So once you get into this position, you want soft knees, not right down, just soft knees, and then these are going to come in a pulling motion up to your waist. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do 5 of those. And that's a bent over row. Once you've done the bent over row, the next exercise you're going to do is a bend from here, from the hips. And it's called a hinge. And so basically what happens is you use this part of you as a hinge, and you're going to hinge. Now later on I'll be using that with you to do another exercise, but not now. So to do a hinge, here's how we do it. You need your weights. With your weights in your hand, stand close to a chair, and then when you're ready, with the weights hanging down at your side, you're going to hinge, and you can sit right down if you want, and then stand and hinge. But when you stand, I want you to stand and tighten everything up. Leg muscles, your abdominals, and your glutes. Both of these tightened up so they're nice and tight for a second, and then relax, hinge, tighten everything again as you come up. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hinges. Now that's 3 exercises done. So we're very warm today. That's 3 exercises done, right? The next exercise you're going to do is a squat. Now you remember the squat, but you're going to do it slightly differently. And we're going to do it what's called a goblet squat. And you need a weight for that. And it's called a goblet squat because normally it's done with a dumbbell. And if you think of a dumbbell, it's got the round weights there and there with a bar in the middle. And it tends to get held like this while they use it. Well, you can do that with this. And what happens here is you're going to hold it close to your chin and your face. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do a squat. And you go down as low as you can manage. Right? If you can only manage to there, that's fine. If you can go down lower, that's great. But what you're going to do is hold this close to you and then do your dips with your as a squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 5 goblet squats. So the final exercise is going to be what we call a plank. And this is where you hold your body rigid, your abdominal muscles, etc. And you lay rigidly on the floor using your arms or your elbows and your forearms to support you. So there's 2 ways of doing this. The first one is what we call a high plank. So it looks a bit like you're about to start doing press-ups. This position, and you can hold that for 30 seconds, remembering to keep your abdominals really, really tight and everything else tight, and you're in a straight line. If that's too much, come down onto here from your hand, right the way back to your elbows, and then hold everything rigid, including your abdominals. Keep your head in a neutral position, and do that for 30 seconds, if you can. If you can't, that's okay, build up towards it. But 30 seconds is enough to start off with. Later, you can keep working on it. You can get up to 1 minute. And then once you've done that, you can relax. And that's your 5 exercises done. Now, you want to do, that's 1 set. That's 5 exercises in 1 set. Now what you can do is you can do a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th set if you want to. I would suggest you do maybe 2 sets or 3 sets at first to see if you can do that. If you can't, do what you can. It's always the same. Do what you can. Okay? Try to do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this week and next week. But if you feel strong and you can do it for 5 days each week and rest at the weekends. But that's entirely up to you and how you feel. So, that's this one. Thank you very much. I've got nothing else for you today. Look forward to seeing you at pensionandfitness.com. Thank you.